Hello and welcome to Rathods IS Academy. Today in this session, we are going to see current affairs of 24th July 2024. So let's get started with our discussion. So in today's paper, entirely it is filled with economy. Have you gone through the paper? So what are the articles? Any idea? Regarding budget? Yeah, at least have you seen some headlines? Okay, what they say about in which sector, how much they are allocating. Apart from that, have you identified any keywords that you studied in your economy? Fiscal deficit next. Apart from that, taxation next. Next, what you discussed? GDP growth, trade, customs duty. Okay, taxes, custom duty. Next. Okay, let us see one by one. So see this article. Title says small servings, many plates. So if you see this image, do you get any idea? See this image once. So what are those pictures at least? Can you identify those pictures? Even though they showed some comic way, but there is a lot of meaning which is given in this. So what is this? Okay, lot food than others. Okay, see this? What is about the size of this thali? Huh? Okay, some are getting small and some are getting big. Okay, so what do you understand by this? So have you watched yesterday's news? Anyone? News? Madam, no time. So don't say that. Have you gone to news? Okay, Karnataka people, so how much have been allocated to your state? How much? No idea. Very good. For Telangana? For AP? Only for Amravati. Apart from that, do you have any idea? No. Okay, so this article is saying that in this budget, so what amount of them, that is a funds, they are contributing to the states. So here you can see the two big images. So these people are belonging to AP and Bihar. They are getting good amount. So can you guess why they are getting good amount? Why? Oh, mixed with BJP. Term. What is the term that we'll use? Because of coalition government which formed at the center with the help of these two states, now they will be getting special package. And even we discussed about this special package even in our earlier classes also. Rather than what are the funds they are getting from this financial commission, that is the thing which is going to decide. So they are getting something special more than that. So that is the thing which is depicted here. Okay, so see this article, small servings, many plates. So it is talking about finance minister signals shift from previous trickle down strategy to a package of schemes for jobless youth, MSMEs, and also announces tax cuts for middle class and tightens fiscal deficit target to 4.9% of GDP. So if you see this, what do you understand after reading this central theme of this article? So it is giving about the gist of what this year budget is focusing. So now tell me, what are the problems in our economy? I will be listing out here. Our problems in economy. More taxes, for example. What are the problems there in our economy? Or sleeping? Very good. Unemployment next. Okay, investment. Just a minute. Unemployment. Next, investment. Next. Next, what are the problems you are having? Inflation. Very good. Next. Manoj, you are saying something. Okay, MSME problem. Next. Okay, women participation. That is female labor force participation, right? Okay. Female participation in labor. About farmers. Farmer crisis. Yeah, next. Okay, increase. That comes in inflation, right? Next. Yeah, very good. Investment is low in R&D. Next. I want to make this class more sense, because if you say these problems and we are going to analyze each and every part of our budget, whether they are discussing these problems or not. So that is our today's class. Now tell me, think. Yes, exports are less. That comes in a trade deficit, right? Trade deficit. Next. Next, tell me other problems. How we can relate it with caste? We can't. Next. Problems of our economy, Venkat. That comes under fiscal deficit. Next. Very good. Next. Fiscal deficit is a condition where expenditure is more compared to the of revenue of government. Next. Yeah, savings are less. Okay, very good. Okay, decreasing of savings of people. Next. Think, you can do it. What are the problems in our economy? Okay, research and development. Let us see one by one article and let us fix them, which topics are dealing with which problems of our economy in our budget. Okay, let us see this first article. It is talking about small savings and many plates. So especially this article is talking that we are going to address some important problems of our economy. So as I said, we have jobless youth. That means unemployment. And we have problems in our MSME. What is this MSME? Micro, small and medium enterprises. So they are the growth engines, right? So if the boost is getting for them, obviously we can improve our employment opportunities, and even further that will lead to economic growth. And next one is tax. So because of complex tax system in India, people are evading the tax, right? So because of that, it is again lost to our government, so that we are coming up with simplification of tax. And next one is fiscal deficit. Always expenditure is more compared to the revenue. It is normally not only problem of government. In every house in India, especially middle class, we are having this problem of more expenditure compared to the revenue. And actually now this year Bihar and AP, they got good amount of money compared to the other states, and Telangana is not at all benefited in this budget. We are getting nothing. And actually even the question I want to ask here for Telangana people is, so from BJP also there are many MLAs from Telangana, but they are not talking anything. Only our CM, he is shouting. Okay, that is the one thing. Yesterday in the debates I found that. Okay, so this article is saying that now there is a strategic shift in our budget. So what happened in this recent election result? So people are not accepting with the policies of BJP. They want to shift to other government. So because of that, now the coalition government which formed at the central level. So here our present government, which is at the center, which wants to increase the trust between the public and as well as government. So whatever the discontent which is there with the people, our government, they want to address those problems first. So what are the problems they are saying? Employment. So because of that, they are discussing about employment issues, MSMEs, and as well as taxes. So those things. Okay, so now at least there is a shift in this year budget. So we are talking, that is called as trickle down approach. So we are going from the bottom to up approach this time in this budget. Okay, so this is a keyword, trickle down budget this year. And this year you are going to write the examination, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. You are also 5. Okay, you have to make note of that keywords. Whenever I am discussing current affairs, I will be giving you the keywords. So try to make that keyword separate section for economy, geography and polity. So next one is they are also focusing on tax relief implications. So they are coming up with decreasing of tax cuts, especially for income tax. Okay. And next one is they are focusing on human capital. So why there is increasing of unemployment? There is no proper skills, right? What is the education system we are having? That is outdated education. So now to increase employment opportunities, there is no choice with the government. It has to improve the skill. So the next one is they want to focus on youth skill and employment. So whenever they are focusing on youth skill and employment, that will be helpful for long-term growth. It is not a short-term measure, right? And next one is they are focusing on MSME. So I said this MSMEs are growth engines. They will create more employment opportunities and they will be helpful for long-term economic growth. So they are focusing on this MSMEs. And not only that, even they are focusing on regional development strategies and they are giving some specific projects only for the states of Bihar and Andhra Pradesh. But they are saying the title is given is here is regional development. They are focusing on regional development. I don't understand why they are not focusing on regional development of Telangana or regional development of other states. Okay, that is the thing. And next one here is they are focusing on even fiscal responsibility. They want to maintain fiscal deficit within a limit of 4.9% this year. So these are the things which mainly said. And can you see this article title? Read the title once. A pathway to inclusive growth. So what is the meaning of inclusive growth? Inclusive growth meaning everyone should be included. There should be no exclusion on based on caste or sex or gender, whatever it may be. So there should be, everyone should be included and they should be the part of economic growth. So now tell me, how can we make our economic growth inclusive? How can we include all those them? Come on, you have to give the answer. So how can we make our economic growth inclusive? How can we include all these people without excluding anyone? So if you see here, women, they will be normally excluded because the work which is done by them comes under care work. Care work is not accounted in our national income. Yes, now tell me, how can we make them inclusive? Okay, so can you give some examples? What are they? Yes, skill development. Okay. Okay, I'll write them and later on we'll be tally like what are the points you said they are there in the paper or not. So first one you're saying about skill development. Apart from that, okay, job opportunities can be given by government. Okay, next, internship. Providing loans to women. That comes under priority sector lending. Are you talking about that? Yes? Okay. PSL, priority sector lending. What is the percentage now? 40%. Yeah, next. Sujata. Come on, think. You can think. You have that capability. Think. Yourself? Entrepreneurship, right? Yeah, next. Okay, said about these 4 points, no? So let us see what are the points given in this article so that you can remember it for a long time. Like what your thinking is right or not. So in which way you can think, you will be getting some idea. So here, this article is saying that our Union Budget 2024 presented by our Finance Minister is representing a significant milestone in India's journey towards inclusive growth and economic resilience. So how can we make them everyone inclusive? First one is, you said job creation. So first point is they want to create more jobs. Okay. So the ambitious job creation scheme is designed to empower young workers. So whenever employment scheme is designed means, so we can decrease unemployment rate and for that we can give target incentives. Okay, for example, if you want to increase education, you can give scholarship or else midday meals program. So those all came up by the government to improve enrollment ratio and to improve literacy rate. So in the same way, when we want to increase this employment opportunities, so even we can provide some incentives to the people to at least come and write the examination. And next one is financial support for new workers. So that will comes under DBT schemes. So what is this DBT? Any idea? Yeah, direct beneficial transfer. So actually, because of increasing of ICT, information communication technology in India, and even because of Jandan Yojana. So you know about this Jandan Yojana, Jandan accounts. So they are zero bank accounts. Why? So initially before this Jandan accounts, if they want to open any bank account, they want to give KYC, know your customer, and even they have to give the proof of any one person who is having the bank account already in that bank, and they need to maintain minimum deposit of so and so amount. So actually, why the governments came up with this Jandan Yojana is to increase the bank penetration. And next one is, whenever government is coming up with any scheme, so if it is giving 100 rupees, how much amount is reaching to the people? Very less, because of leakages, loopholes, etc. And actually government came up with this DBT transfer. That means directly the beneficiary's account, they will be getting the money. And for the new workers, they will be getting financial support, so that it will be very easy for them to convert into informal to formal. Understood? So one of the problem of our economy is 90% of our economy is informal. Informal means they do not have any social security benefits like paid leaves, like any insurance, okay, like that. But here, when we are having this financial support for the new workers under this DBT scheme, so they are trying to move towards informal towards formal workforce, so that they will be having safety net for the future of their career. Okay, so in this way we are making them inclusive, because informal comes under exclusion, right? So it is not a form of inclusion. So inclusion means we have to make this informal into formal. So for that there is a one step. And next one is, as usual, strengthening of MSMEs, right? So MSMEs can be strengthened by the scheme called as credit guarantee scheme. That means they will be getting guaranteed credit. Credit means nothing but loans. So they need some amount for increasing of production, right? So for that they will be getting guarantee credit under this credit guarantee scheme, so that there is no need of collateral. What is the meaning of collateral? Sense. Yeah, why we need collateral? Yeah, if I want to get a loan of 10 lakh rupees, if I go to bank and if I ask them to give me loan, who are you? Go get out. They will be saying like that only. So they don't even want me to enter the bank manager's room also. So here they will be asking what asset you are keeping to take the loan of 10 lakh rupees. For example, I may give my land documents or house documents or this academy, everything. So whatever they want, they have to give them, and I have to get the loan. So that is called as collateral. So that is an important problem for this MSMEs to get the credit. Okay, so now under this credit guarantee scheme, there is no need of collateral and they will be getting the credit. Okay, so in this way, we are focusing on this MSMEs and their improvement, because they are the backbone of our Indian economy. And next one here is, they are also focusing on urban housing development as well. Okay, because if anyone wants to say that my standard of living had been increased, on what basis they can say? So normally people will be migrating from rural areas to urban areas for say like to increase the standard of living. So what facilities they will be getting in urban areas other than these rural areas? Come on. Construct the house. How? Hmm. If they have money, they can build even in rural areas, no Hema. Okay, so on what basis we can say there is increasing of standard of living? If they are getting proper health care, proper education, proper housing, proper clothes, everything. So to increase the living conditions of the people, especially in the urban areas also, there are some slum developments, right? So whenever the people, they are living in slum, whatever the living conditions are there, they are very compromised living conditions, right? So here especially to address the need of these people who are living in these urban areas and to improve the living conditions of them, even government is focusing on providing housing development as well. And even simplifying the tax laws, which will promote the compliance, means many people will be paying that without any fail, so that even that will be reducing the burden on these taxpayers, right? So that it will be enhancing finally the government revenue. And next one is they're also focusing on sustainable energy initiatives, because we are not only focusing on development, we are also focusing on our environment. Whenever we are focusing on development, obviously it will be having negative impact on environment. So there should be no compromise on environment when you are focusing on economy or development. So that they are also focusing on prioritizing energy security. That means rather than using of fossil fuels, we can use some alternative green fuels. Can you tell me examples? Wind energy. Can we go for wind energy in these urban areas? It's highly impossible. Solar. Next. In Hyderabad or in cities, tell me what are the green energies that you see? Yeah, electric vehicles. Next. CNG. Next. Hydrogen fuel that we are coming up recently. Venkatesh, you are saying something. No? Any examples? Clear? So we are promoting on that as well. And next one is we need to encourage entrepreneurship. So how many points you said here? 4 points. So how many points are there? Entrepreneurship is there, and MSMEs is there. These 2 points are there, right? So you have to add 2 more points which are not there in your ideas. Clear? Shall we move on to next article? Okay. So here I said about this inclusive growth. Yeah, see that article? Angel tax on foreign investments in startups nixed. So what is the keyword? What is this angel tax? Okay, the tax which is imposed on angel investors is called as angel tax. So what is this angel investors? What is the meaning of this term? Yeah, in any startup, if any one person who wants to invest for the first time is called as angel investor, and the amount on which the tax is imposed, it will be called as angel tax. Clear? So it is talking about angel tax on foreign investments in startup has been decreased. Earlier it is 30% and it is going to be decreased. Okay, clear? So actually I want to say about what is this word, because in 2015 or 16 there was question in your prelims regarding angel tax. Okay, you have to know that terminology as well. Yeah, see this page, investor. Here you can see one article, placing trust on infrastructure. So what is the keyword? Tell me what will comes in infrastructure? Railways, roads, airports, bridges, next, tunnels, dams. So everything will comes in infrastructure. Okay, now guess what this budget is going to talk about infrastructure. So tell me some recent accidents which happened. Railways. Apart from that, tunnel collapse. Apart from that, landslides, bridge collapse. So here there is a need of investment in this infrastructure. Yes or no? Will you accept it or not? Okay. So in what way the budget which is focusing on this infrastructure, can you have any guess? Like where exactly they are going to focus? Any idea? At least guess. You can guess. Yeah, covered system. Only 2% had been incorporated. So what? Come on. No idea. Highways. Superways. Next. Expressway. Okay, let us see. So no idea regarding this article, right? Okay, let us bring some idea. So this article is talking about Indian government has significantly increased infrastructure spending. Earlier it used to have 1.7% to 1.7% only, but it had been increased to 3.4. That means doubling. So when you are getting questions regarding infrastructure development in our country this year, can you add this point? So from that point of view, you have to make the notes. In introduction, you can write. So in budget 2024, government had increased its budget from 1.7% to 3.4%. Clear? And especially they want to focus on this infrastructure because after this COVID-19, recently in yesterday's class we said that our economic growth is going back to the pre-COVID-19 level. And yesterday itself we discussed about economic growth projection says 6.5 to 7% of our GDP growth estimation. That means we are going back to the pre-COVID-19 level. So in this context, if you are focusing on infrastructure, whether it will lead to future economic growth or not, yes or no? So it is necessary to invest in this infrastructure. Will you accept it or not? Yeah. So here, why they are investing the double amount? Because the aim is to increase our economy to $5 trillion GDP by 2030. If you are investing in this infrastructure, obviously we will be getting the growth, because if you are having proper transport, we can increase our production, we can reach good markets, right? In this infrastructure development also we can create huge employment, right? And we can attract more foreign investment and as well as private investment. So in all these ways, obviously we will be getting good economic growth. For example, if I have a house in rural area, so I have to wait and see when my value of this house will be increased. If I invest the same place near airport, means within span of 1 to 2 years, the amount will be doubled because it is having good facilities, right? In the same way, you have to think, whenever our country is having enough good facilities, then obviously someone will come and invest. So that what happened? Production will be increased, employment generation will happen, technology adaptation will be happen. Yes or no? Can you connect? And overall it leads to economic growth. Is this seeming like an economic lens? No? Okay. So here this article is saying that doubling of infrastructure investment, I said from 1.7% to 3.4%. And why? This substantial investment will be increasing jobs and also boosting the various sectors, and even it will be the one of the long-term vision of our present government. And they're also focusing on urban and as well as rural areas. So they're not only focusing on rural areas, they'll be also focusing on both equally. And next one is they want to even encourage the private sector engagement in this, because whenever the private sector also including here, what will be the advantages? Come on, think. Give some work to your brain. What happens if private sector is also engaged in this infrastructure? Yes, work will be getting speed. Yeah, next. Very good. Next. Proper maintenance, very good. So have you observed the difference between the toll roads and other roads, how they will be? Tell me what difference you find. Damaged roads, okay. So what is the word which we use for the damaged roads? Potholes, yeah, very good. Next. So there will be no potholes when you go on these toll roads, right? Next. Yeah. Okay, easy access to helpline numbers. We can keep at the last priority. Next. Maintenance, quality. Next. There will be competition. Competition will be also increased, so that at least in the next projects they will try to increase the quality from the even government. Okay, competition will be increased. And next one is we can give opportunity for these private players also in the government sector. And next one is there will be proper maintenance. Yeah. Yes, financial pressure on government will be also decreased. Yeah. Disasters decreased. Okay, to some extent. Don't write that points directly in your mains. Okay. Next here is post-COVID economic revival will be also seen whenever there is increasing of investments. Obviously, it will lead to economic resilience and as well as economic growth. So the same point had been repeated. And we are focusing on this long-term goals because the year is 2020, 2030. Now we are in 2024. And next one is we can ensure healthy financing environment in our country, because this investment will also bring lots of investments, okay, so that we can have a good investment and as well as good innovation, and we can encourage private sector, we can get good infrastructure, good technology, everything we will get. And next one is we can commit to the world-class infrastructure. Whenever foreign people are coming and investing here, means they will be trying to bring at least the foreign technology, at least for doing that project, so that we can get that technology. So in this we will be having lots and lots of advantages regarding this infrastructure investment from this year budget. Any doubts so far? Getting bored? Getting bored? Okay. So let us see the one more article. Can you see this article title? Read it out. Read it out. Sujata? What is the keyword? What is this custom duty? Where you will be linking this topic? Goods. Where? Yeah, imports and? Okay, it comes under which topic? Trade. Trade, right? In trade, what we have? Only two things, imports and exports. So whenever any country which is importing or exporting on this, tax will be imposed. That tax is called as custom duty. Simple. On imports and exports, whatever the tax which is imposed, that is called as custom duty. So go to this article. Custom duty on gold, silver is reduced. So what is its impact in the future? Especially girls, it is good news. Gold price decreases. Okay. So 6% of reducing of custom duty, so that what happened? Ultimately, the gold price will be going to decrease. But it is for a short run, because whenever even 100 rupees is less, means this gold shops will be flooded. Okay. Say this article. Five new schemes to aid job creation. So keyword? Schemes. Which type of schemes? Okay, they are saying 5. Okay, they are saying about 5 schemes, no? So now you have to guess which types of schemes, 5 types of schemes which are there. So on which they will be focusing to increase employment. You have to guess employment we have to increase. The target is to increase employment, and they said they're coming up with 5 types of schemes or 5 schemes. On which areas they will be focusing. Now you have to guess. Okay, MSME. Let us see whether your guess is going right or wrong. First one is MSME. Next. How? Be specific. Internship. Very good. Next. Internships. Yes, skill development. Next. Next. Entrepreneurship. Okay. Capital investment. Okay, let me write. Capital investment. Next. So have you done? Your economy had not been completed, right? Only 4 chapters had been done. But how do you know about these ideas? Because today entirely we are discussing about economy. So you're perfect with economy. I think there is no need of classes, right? Okay, tell me, on which basis, on which area exactly government need to focus so that government can increase employment? Come on, think, you can do it. You have that capability. Online students, please. Informal sectors, what we have to do, that comes under MSME. Come on, think. Education loan. How education loan leads to employment? Study in USA, study in abroad. Okay, let me write that also. Why I have to discourage you? Education loans. Next. Are you planning to that only, right? I know. Next. Private investment. Okay, let us see this article where they are exactly focusing, and let us tally what are the points you said they are there or not. So are you becoming a good bureaucrat or not? Let us see. See, this article says that Indian Union Budget 2024 proposed 5 new schemes. What is the outlay? Outlay is 2 lakh crore, but there is no need of remembering of facts. Okay, for UPSC. But if you are writing any TGPSC or KSPSC or APPSC, you have to focus on facts. But UPSC, there is no need. And they are focusing on job creation and skill development because of rising unemployment. Okay, let us see where they are focusing. The first one is they are focusing on employment linked incentives. That is nothing but internship. Okay, so you said that point, right? Internship. And this one is they are focusing on training. Have you said that? Training? No? Training. Okay, you didn't say it, but they are focusing on training, second area. And the third one is formalization. Somebody said about that formalization. You, I think so. Formalization of economy from informal to formal. Okay, that is the third point. And next one is skill development. You said this point, fourth. And internship, you said internship. Okay, all these are the 5 areas where they are focusing. I think there is no of economic classes. I will say bye bye to the economics sir. Shall I? Ramesh sir. Shall I say? No? Okay, so in those 5 areas you are focusing to improve economic development or employment creation in our country. Yeah, see this article. Budget gives fresh impetus to clean energy schemes. What is this article talking about? So can you tell me some examples of clean energy? Nuclear, solar, wind, tidal, hydro, then geothermal. Okay, so these are the examples of clean energy. Now can you expect like on which areas you are focusing exactly in this budget? Solar, and next nuclear. So do you know any scheme about the solar power in India? Do you have any schemes at least? Come on, you can do it. Tell me. Solar panels with the subsidies. Okay. So what are the scheme which is there already regarding providing of subsidies for installing the solar rooftops? They will be increasing that, and even you are increasing the investment in this SMRs. So write down about SMRs, SMR. So write a short note on SMR. SMR is small modular nuclear reactors. So in this budget, they are focusing on 2 things, especially regarding this clean energy. First one is solar panels and next one is SMR. And here you have to know this scheme. Write down that scheme. Pradhan Mantri Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana. PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana. Okay. Okay, let us see this in detail. It is saying that our finance minister emphasized support to the clean energy initiatives. And what is the scheme? We have Pradhan Mantri Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana. And under this, you are going to get subsidy for setting up of solar rooftops. Okay. And the first one is you are increasing the investment in this solar energy. So can you tell me what are the problems of solar energy in India? High cost. Next. I didn't get you. During rainy season. Okay. Okay. Effective only summer season. Okay. Next. Okay. No awareness. Lack of awareness. Apart from that. So take down the question. Write down the challenges of solar power generation in India. Because in this way you will be getting questions. Whenever you are seeing any words in the budget and as per survey, you have to know clearly about that. Challenges. Challenges of solar power generation in India. Venkatesh, are you doing? Okay, so here they are providing low interest collateral free loans again if anyone wants to go for solar installation. So actually in agriculture sector, many people they are moving to the solar parks. Why? Because normally our agriculture is dependent upon rainfall or rain-fed agriculture. So if there are many areas where they are left barren, even our villagers entire 25 acres of land is barren only. So they are not going for even growing of a small tree or a plant there. So they are moving towards getting of loans from government and they are going for solar parks so that they can generate clean energy and they can sell also. Okay, so in this way, even the people who are having land which is not utilized or which is not properly irrigated means you can shift to this solar so that it can get some revenue at least. And next one is high registration rates are also there. So here we are focusing on shifting towards decreasing of the rates of this especially energy systems, And they're also focusing on SMRs, as I said, so that we can enhance energy security in our India. And next one is R&D. You said about the problem of R&D initially, right? So they are also focusing on R&D in these energy technologies, and they want to invest more in this research and development. And even they want to collaborate with the private sector so that we can get good innovation, good efficiency, and even we can achieve our energy goals. So can you see this article? So from last 1 week, I think so, we are discussing this topic of less women participation, heat stress and impact on women, women's contribution to economy. Yes, it is also one problem, right? There is less participation of female. So read the title. Women-friendly schemes get a push. So can you tell me in which areas government can give the schemes for women empowerment? In which areas they can focus? Tell me. For everything MSME. Okay, women empowerment schemes. Tell me one is MSME. Apart from that, first of all, if women wants to contribute to economy, their health need to be prioritized. So regarding health, can you name some schemes? We have Poshan 2.0. Next. Pension scheme is also there. Next. Let me tell me where we can focus exactly for women empowerment. Yeah, self-help groups. Next. Very good. Yeah, Anganwadis, Mahila Shakti. So if there is anything which happened regarding women, means in every news channel, newspaper, Mahila Sangalu will come. Next. Next, come on. Tell me, think. Yes, training of women. Can you tell me specific in which areas we can go for training of women? Something you are saying I can't hear. Be allowed. Okay, textile. Only textile. Apart from that, only making BDs. Next. So it is a skill undeveloped in women. They don't need any training in this making of BDs and textiles. Apart from that, tell something new. In trains. For what? Loco pilots. Okay, loco pilots. For them, for that, they need some at least graduation degree, no? Apart from that. Or commonly for all. Think you can do it. Regarding institutional deliveries, normally in rural areas, deliveries will happen at the home. So because of this, they will be having very high risk of infection for baby and as well as women. So it is one of the important reasons for increasing of maternal mortality rates and infant mortality rates. So for that, government is coming up with number of schemes. So what is the scheme in Karnataka? In Telangana, we have a scheme that whenever they are going for institution deliveries, they will be getting one KCR kit. Earlier it is to have KCR kit. I don't know the name had been changed or not. And they used to get 12 to 13,000 rupees. Bhagilakshmi, yeah, that's what. Complete name, Bhagilakshmi. Karnataka people. No idea. What will you do? At least you have to know your state schemes, right? So at least haunt your state schemes regarding certain sectors for vulnerable people. Okay, do that exercise. Okay, let us see this article. So this article is saying that recent budget announced by finance minister. Every article it has been the one of the starting title introduction. So they are allocating about 3 lakh crore rupees, which is going to benefit women and as well as girls. First one is you are focusing on empowerment. That means they want to ensure there is increased participation of women and as well as girls in every sector. And next one is you are focusing on Vatsalya pension scheme is there, and it is ensuring financial security for a woman who do not have any access to traditional retirement plans. For example, either their husband or spouse or anyone who is not there in the government job, they will be not getting pension. So for the women who is not getting any financial security, they will be getting this Vatsalya pension scheme. And each one is they're focusing on infrastructure for employment, like especially if woman wants to go out and do work, so she need basic security at the workplace, proper secure transport system. So if you're ensuring them, we can increase girls education, and even we can decrease dropout of girls in the colleges or schools, and even we can increase their representation in higher education also. That things we discussed from last 1 week, right? And we are focusing on safety and as well as accommodation issues. So even you come from Karnataka and other nearby areas, but here you are staying in hostels. So if they're having the hostel facilities, then even from government side we have BC welfare hostels, SC welfare hostel, ST welfare hostel. From government will be providing that without any charging any fee. So in that way, if government is providing accommodation, we can ensure proper presentation of women and representation of girls in education as well as employment sector. And next one is we are focusing on entrepreneurship at this point, right? And next one is we are focusing on targeted funding, like based on women's health. How can we increase women health? So one of the problem in women is there is very low blood level, hemoglobin level. So mostly if you take 100 girls, about 80 girls, they will be having this problem of anemia. Okay, I'm here. If you look at me, I'm very thin, but my hemoglobin is more than 13%. If you check Hema, she is not having even 9 or 10. You don't have, right? 8. You're anemic. See, what is the difference between me and Hema? So because of that only, I'm continuously taking the classes. Okay, so have daily 1 beetroot juice. Then automatically within 1 month you can increase it to 10 to 11%. Okay, so here especially women have their problems in their maintaining of their health, anemia, nutrition impairment. So in that areas also we are focusing. And if you see MSME sector is going to get benefits so that they will be providing employment to women. And next one is here we have to focus on data transparency. One point you didn't address here is transparency. Whenever there is transparency, that means whenever everything it is clearly seen, like whenever there is no gender aggregated data, or whenever what are the schemes are there, everyone is knowing that, then what happen automatically there will be increasing of women empowerment, that will be supporting the women needs. Clear? And I gave the information about what is angel tax and what is custom duty that I explained. Okay, now let us go back to our paper. Yes. Yeah, you have Sukanya Samruddhi Yojana. It is about girl child pension. So they have parents have to deposit certain amount every month or every year. 1 month or every year? Yearly once. Okay, in post office after maturity time they can draw the money like 10 to 15 lakhs, I think so. Is that the scheme you're talking about? You know only little only. Okay, keep that little. Next, in this page you can see I said about this energy schemes. See this article. Emission standards may be imposed on polluting industries. So recently what scheme we discussed about pollution? I forgot, ma'am. Certificate. What is that certificate? Monica, which is that scheme we discussed? Come on. Forget me also, no. Yesterday itself I said. Emission trading. Emission trading scheme. So what is that scheme is about? I gave you one example also. If there is a target of releasing 100 pollutants into atmosphere, if one company had been released 80, means it can trade 20 with other company. Yes or no? Yeah, 80 and 120 example I gave. Do you recall? You are sleeping in the class only, I know, Venkatesh. Yeah, see this article. Emission standards may be imposed on polluting industries. So tell me what this article may be talking about. Guess. Guess what it's talking about. Come on, guess. You can do it. Carbon market. Okay, tax on industries. Okay, next. So can you tell me the examples of industries which release most pollutants into atmosphere? Fertilizers, iron. Next, thermocol. Okay, thermal. Okay. So here, iron industry, steel industries, aluminium, they are going to conform to this emission target. So these are targeted in this scheme. Okay. I said about this. You see this article? New scheme to focus on uplift of tribal villages. So will you accept with this scheme? How many of you will accept? How many of you say no? You will accept. So why? Why they need schemes? Yes, because of their backwardness, socially and as well as economically. So they need some support from the government. So here you have to see there are two schemes, PM Janjatiya Unnat Gram Abhiyan and next one is PM Janman. So here PM Janman talks about only PVTs, that is particularly vulnerable tribal groups. So in this particularly vulnerable tribal groups, if I'm not wrong, in 2019 there was question in your prelims. So do you have any idea how many PVTs are present in India? Number? Yes, 75. So how do you know? Geography, sir. Okay. So there are 75 PVTs in India. For them, we have this PM Janman. For overall tribals, we have this PM Janjatiya Unnat Gram Abhiyan. Okay. So you have to make notes of those two schemes. It's very important. Because whenever you are getting schemes, you have to know under which ministry it comes under, what are the provisions, whether it is central sector or central sponsored scheme. So what is the significance of that scheme? Because last year there were 3 questions in your prelims from schemes only. Very simple questions. Here can you see this article? To implement new criminal laws, forensic infrastructure gets a boost. Yeah, tell me what are the new provisions in this IPC? We discussed 3 important points. Come on, recall. I'm not asking about that new name, but what are the new provisions under that? FIR. Next, come on. Crime scene video. Next. I said 3 important points. Zero FIR. Next. You didn't hear. Very good answer. Very easy to escape. You are there, Sujata, in class. Venkat, you are also there. You are not there? You, very good. On that day only I taught that, no? Very good. You are very intelligent, smart. Monica, you are there. Come on, recall. So I said 3 important points. Venkatesh, you will be there every day. Come on. Video recording of this crime scene. Next. Yes, we have to focus on evidences. So for that, if we want to improve infrastructure, it needs to get some investment. So in this budget, to implement this new criminal laws, we are focusing on improving of forensic infrastructure. Is that any sense? So what you are reading, even before, you have to try to connect today. Okay? So those are the important articles today. Actually, I took economic class only, not current affairs class today. So again, you can see budget is intended to promote education institutions privatization. So what it means? Privatization, is it important or not? Because of privatization, what are the advantages? Just now we discussed. Competition, quality, maintenance, everything. And now in this education, we will be getting technology and updated books and proper curriculum, autonomy, etc. Okay, that's all. So these are the important articles that appeared in our today's paper. But let us go back to our first topic where we started our class. So regarding physical deficit, yes, government is planning. Will you accept it or not? And regarding trade also, they are focusing on improving of exports. Next one is unemployment, 5 new schemes. Investment in every sector they are focusing. Infrastructure, yes, of course. MSME in every area. And female participation, there are separate schemes for female, and this one had not been addressed. Investment, yes. So most of the problems of our economy, yes, they are addressing or not in this budget. So we can we call it as a people-centric budget or not? Will you accept? Okay. So this is our today's class. So by this I'm concluding. And one more thing is environment course had been started today. So if you want to take that course, you can contact me directly and call to the number which is given in the description box. And please do like this video and share this video to your friends. And do subscribe to Rathods IAS Academy. Thank you guys.